Hey guys, what is going on? Welcome back to another video involving the beautiful state of Nevada and unemployment. Unemployment is such a huge topic because there's so many questions that you guys need to be answered. So I'm going to go into a deep dive today on what these packages actually contain and what you guys will be receiving, especially if it gets extended. You're going to want to know what is getting extended, what are we losing? So I'm going to go into a deep dive on what exactly you guys are keeping, losing. But after this video, I really want to focus on answering your guys' questions and giving a walkthrough on how to overcome these complications, troubleshooting, how to apply, calling. Now, before I go on, and I know this really sounds like a sponsored ad, but there is a community called claimer.com. I put it right here. There's a link down in the bio. This is legit the most natural community I've seen, where it's not a Facebook group where you join and you can't really find correct answers to your questions, that or it's hard to follow. This community is dedicated to everyone helping each other out, and even the admins trying to find answers for all of your guys' questions. Now, we're going to be taking a lot of questions from that community and doing walkthroughs on this channel, so you guys will be able to get a visual, because I like to see visuals on how things can be fixed. But if you guys do want quick answers, this is a great community to talk with other people, especially people in your state having the same problems. And no, it is not a Facebook group. This is legit a community full of people like me and like you that have problems with unemployment, trying to file and trying to call, trying to get in touch with the unemployment office. It really is a pain, and you guys have tons of questions, and we're going to be answering them in a later video. But please go check out this community. This is a great community. I found them about a couple weeks ago, and I've kind of been following, and they just keep updating, making things more user-friendly, and just answering your guys' questions. Be sure to go post or just go scroll through the comments, especially in your state. No, there's not every state yet. From what I've heard, they're going to be adding more over time, and they currently are adding more every single day. But please be sure to go check them out. Otherwise, we're going to do a deep dive today into what all these unemployment packages are, what you guys are going to be keeping, losing, and then the whole sort. So we're going to get started on that. Please be sure to like, subscribe, and drop a comment down below of your guys' questions, because I'm going to be looking through communities everywhere trying to find the most popular and sought out questions involving trying to apply for unemployment, whether that's using your ID.me, whether that's just filing in general. If you're not from Nevada and you're just not really sure where to go, we're going to do a walkthrough. So we're not going to waste any more time today, but we're going to get started with this one video series on what's in the package. Alright, now let's start by doing a deep dive into what this information actually entitles. So I'm actually getting most of the information from a press release released by DETR, which is the Nevada Department of Employment, Training, and Rehabilitation. Now, if you guys do want to check out this full press release, I will leave it linked down below in the description, so please be sure to go check that out. So to start this off, Federal Pandemic Unemployment Compensation, FPUC, which is our first package. It's a federal package, and it provides an additional $300 weekly payment for any claimant which is eligible for at least $1 of an underlying unemployment compensation program. And might I add that all of these benefit packages are on top of the initial benefits that you would already receive from Nevada state unemployment. Now, the next package we see is Pandemic Unemployment Assistance, otherwise known as PUA, which provides benefits for claimants who are unemployed as a direct result of COVID-19 and not eligible for regular employment compensation, or PEUC, including those who are self-employed or gig workers. So anyone that's also under a 1099 or some sort of contract. And speaking of PEUC, we move on to Pandemic Emergency Unemployment Compensation, otherwise known as PEUC, which provides an extension of benefits after a claimant exhausts regular unemployment compensation benefits. So it's more of just an extension because of this pandemic emergency to help people to be able to pay their bills, feed their family, and move on with life. Now, those were all federal programs and benefits, and now the last one is a state program which will be ending on September 11th at midnight, so it's going to last about a week and a half longer. And that one is State Extended Benefits, SEB, which provides an additional 13 weeks of federally funded benefits to claimants who have exhausted the regular unemployment compensation benefits during periods of high state unemployment rates. Now, keep in mind, these programs expire September 4th and September 11th at midnight, like I had said, even for claimants that show a benefit balance on their claims. Now, the press release goes on to a little bit of other information, which we're not going to get into today, but that kind of gives you guys an idea of what you're going to be receiving up until September 4th and September 11th at midnight. Remember, the federal ones end September 4th at midnight, and the state one, SEB, which is just an extension of your benefits that you currently were to get being unemployed, those end on September 11th at midnight as well. And unless the American Rescue Plan does get extended, which Biden administration is generally being pushed to extend that, if that doesn't happen, then we're going to see these programs fall off and just go back to the normal period and base model of unemployment in Nevada. Okay, now that you guys have that information, I did want to talk a little more about this community that I had mentioned earlier. So Claimer initially was started by a guy named Tom Maxon, and it's a calling service that gets you through to EDD. Initially in California is where they first started, and they've actually expanded into other states. So EDD is California's unemployment office. Now every state's got their own. They're not all going to be called EDD, but everyone's had a problem with trying to call in to get their unemployment benefits, and they couldn't get in contact with anyone because there was such a high call volume. Now what they would do is they would charge you $20, and you were actually able to get in contact and get paid. You're able to get your benefits, which is tremendous and has helped so many people, including people like me, people like you, or anyone that's had trouble trying to apply for unemployment in Nevada or whatever your state may be. Now, if you're not actually from Nevada, this would still be a great site to check out because they have different forums for different states, and it's a great community. It's not your normal Facebook group. These guys actually answer your questions, and I'm actually going to be taking a lot of these questions from these groups and from this whole community and from you guys, especially if you guys leave down comments down below. I'm going to take those and actually do walkthroughs to help give you guys a better understanding on how to apply or just answer your guys' questions, which is the biggest thing and the most important thing we're going to be trying to be covering on this channel. I know this seems like an ad, but this is really a great community to join. It's free. Join, ask questions in your state. You won't have to set up a profile until you actually make a comment or submit a question into the community. So that's great also. So if you just kind of want to go by, check things out, see how things are before you actually have to dive in and make an account, that's also good. Now, people like myself and like you guys who really need your questions answered have found this a great benefit, seeing a community like this that actually gets their questions answered. So please be sure to go check them out. Anyways, as always, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Remember to leave a like, subscribe, turn on the notification bell so you know when all my videos drop, and please leave comments down below telling me what your guys' questions are and that you need answered. Please, we're going to make more videos on these and just see how everything goes. So thank you guys. Anyways, as always, stay positive, stay happy, and we'll see you in the next one. Peace.